Welcome to Barlates Body Blitz Garden Back of Legs. Start by reaching down towards your toes as if you're sitting in a chair. So you're keeping your back flat, you're hinging at the hips, and you're just reaching down in front of you just to the point of where you feel your glutes and your hamstrings engaging. Make sure your knees are not jutting over your toes and you're sitting back, sending your glutes towards the back wall. As you get warmer, start to bend that little bit lower. Keep your tummy pulled in, your upper body relaxed. Now we're going to switch the heels. So down and down, picking up those heels, really warming through the calves as well. And try to sink that little bit lower now that you're getting warmer. Don't put any pressure on your thighs with your hands, just try to sit back. There's Minnie, and there's me giving my husband a dirty look for letting her out. She was meant to stay inside. She's got her harness on, but she can't quite reach me. Okay, we're pulsing now, so stay on one side for 8. Then we're going to switch to the other side for 8. Try to get really low here. And then back to the other side for 8. And once more. Should be nice and warm now. Great job. Now we're going to start kneeling on one side, then come back up and kneel with the other leg. So you're not putting all of your weight on that bent leg, you're just tapping down with your shin and then back up. Make sure your stance is wide enough so that the front knee is not jutting out over that toe and you're still slightly hinged at your waist. Nice flat back. If you can't go all the way down with that shin, then just step back like in a lunge. The lower you get, the better. Now go down with one side and come back up. I'm trying to stay a little bit lower on that supporting leg this time. So you're kneeling down and then just lightly tapping that toe up again. You're keeping a lot more pressure on that supporting leg. That's what's doing all the work. Hinging at that waist, stepping far enough back so that that angle is 90 degrees in the front leg. So there's 16 of these, and then we're going to start hinging at the body and reaching towards the floor. If you can't reach all the way to the floor, get a chair that you can go towards, or just hinge forward as far as you can. The key is to get your leg up at the back so you're engaging your glute. So you're coming down, pushing up through the heel of the supporting leg, and then squeezing the glute of that raised leg. Should really be feeling the hamstring as well in the supporting leg. Now stay up and pulse to the ceiling. Just point that toe up, squeezing that glute. Keep the supporting leg slightly bent. Now bend the supporting leg. Not too much, you're just coming with your knee in line with your toe. Just 8, and then up again for 8. As high as you can, really kick up and back. And now bend the supporting leg for 8. As I said, if this is too low, if you can't reach to the ground, then use a chair or a step, something, yoga blocks. Okay, great job. We're going to the other side. So nice and tall and kneeling and pointing with the other leg. So try to stay low on that supporting leg. You want it to burn. Lightly tapping with that toe, don't put any weight. This is like a single leg squat. As I said, if you can't do this all the way down on your shin, then step back into a lunge. Hinging at that waist. This is great for balance too. Now we're going to hinge forward, and as we come up, we're going to raise that glute. So pointing your toe towards the ceiling. Down and up. Really squeezing both sides now. Should be feeling the hamstring of the supporting leg as well as that glute as you just raise to the ceiling. A few more. Keep going. Nice flat back. Nearly done. Stay up and point your toe to the ceiling. Really squeezing through those glutes. Now bend through the supporting leg, so it's 8 of each. Don't bend so low that your knee juts out over the toe. Now raise up again. It's up and back, so you are slightly straightening that leg. And bend again. Two and one. Awesome job. Now we're coming into a kneeling position, and I want you to bring one leg forward in releve. It's directly in front of you, and you just up on that toe. You've got a nice wide angle. Now tuck your hips to the front. I want you to push those hips to the front so that your hip flexor all the way down to that knee is in a straight line. All of the work is happening on the bent leg. Squeeze it forward. So you're going directly in front. You are releasing back, not over releasing, but a little bit, and then you're just squeezing forward, a hard tuck. So there's 16 of these in total. Now on a slight angle, so 45 degrees, but still tucked to the front. So your leg is slightly on an angle, but your tuck is going to the front. Exaggerate this a little bit. Keep your tummy pulled in. Few more. 16 in each position. Now open directly to the side, but keep tucking to the front. So you're opening up through the hips. This is a good way to stretch those inner thighs as well. Keep tucking. Squeeze your glutes as you tuck forward. A few more. Keep breathing, keep your belly in. Okay, now we're going to sit down and we're going to extend one leg. So the leg you had in front, that one extends. Now we're going to come up and tuck and sit all the way back down. Up and tuck. Make sure your angles are right. You might need to scoot around a little bit to make sure you've got a wide enough angle so your knee is not going out over the toe. So it's down and press up and tuck. Press up. So the bent leg, the back leg is doing all the work here. If you need to put your hands on the floor, you can do that. That will help you. Now we're coming up and raising the back leg, then sitting back down. So this one's a little bit slower. Raise up and then sit back. Hands on the ground to help you. So you're just kicking that leg up in the air, squeezing that glute. All the way up high. Get it as high as you can. Think of stretching as well as strengthening. So your back hip is opening out slightly here, which is fine. Up. Now sitting back again. And we're going to pulse up with that toe. So same thing what we did before, but this time I want you to turn your hip out a bit more. So it's more like an attitude pulse. Now flex the front leg. Now up again with the back leg. And the front leg. Really stretching those hamstrings on the up. Now behind the knee and stretch up. So you're reaching behind the front leg with that knee and then kicking up. Kick up. Extending long this time, all the way out. The front leg is bending at the same time and then stretching through that hamstring. Keep going, you can do it. It's just 16 in total. Nearly done. Now I'm just changing angles. You can stay in the same position. I want to show you that I'm coming knees together, then rotate up and around, really wide, then knees together, coming down, rotate up and around, straightening the supporting leg. It's bending the supporting leg, straightening. So you're coming down together, then rotate up and around as far as you can go. It's not only up, it's also around. Stretching open that hip. Down, up and around. Come down as low as you can in that supporting leg. Should be burning. Now pulse it up in an attitude raise. You can see my knees turned out at 45 degrees. And I'm pointing. Now bend, extend. Keeping that knee open, that hip open. It's 8 of each. Bend, extend. And then raises. Straight leg raises all the way up. Squeeze that glute. We're going to do one more set of each, so attitude raises for 8. Then bend, extend. And straight leg raises for 8. 2 and 1. Awesome job. We're doing that whole series on the other side. Deep breath in, and we're coming down into that kneeling position with our other leg in front in releve. So we're doing those taps directly to the front. So you're releasing back and then tucking hard. Release and tuck. So there's 16 in each leg position. Squeezing forward. Really opening up through that hip. There's a lot of stretching and lengthening here so that you develop nice, long, lean muscles. All the way forward. Really exaggerate back, but keep your back flat here. Your navel's pulled to your spine. Should be starting to feel that already. Now 45 degrees with that front knee, but still tucked to the front. Squeeze it. Keep breathing. If your knee hurts, you can put a cushion or even a balance pad or double up your mat under that knee. Do whatever works for you. A few more and then we're going to that wide angle. Open all the way to the side, but we're tucking to the front. Squeezing forward. There's an in again. Keep going, just a few more here. We're coming to the end, so just keep going. Don't give up. We have to finish this. So sitting down, and the same leg you had in front before, you're going to stretch out in front of you. So you're sitting all the way back, and we're going to push up, tuck, and back down. So you're pushing up, tucking forward, and back down. You might need a little bit of time to get that position right. So really tuck. Make sure your leg angles are wide enough so that knee just comes in line with your toes at the top there, but doesn't go past them. Squeeze it. Squeeze forward. Now we're coming up and raising that other leg all the way down, back up and squeeze. So you can use that momentum from the up to propel you forward and then raise the back leg. Raise it high. Nice stretch through the front leg as well, as you've got it stretched out in front of you. Squeeze. Don't worry if you lose your balance. If I'm going too fast, just slow it down. Just make it work for you. Now stay up, and we're going to do those attitude pokes up to the sky. So your hip is slightly turned out. Now bend and extend the front leg, just holding the other back leg straight up. And again for the back, poking up to the sky. Your front leg is nice and straight here. And bend and extend again with that supporting leg. Now we're going to do that knee behind and then extend long. Behind and extend all the way. So this time you're not keeping that top leg bent, you're actually extending out. It's out and up. You're bending down low with that front leg, really feeling that through the hamstring, squeezing your glutes on that top leg. A few more. Keep going, stretch it high, opening that hip. Now I'm changing angles again so you can see, you can stay in the same position. So it's together, up and around, lower and up and around. Your supporting leg is bending low, bend low, straighten, bend low, straighten. So you're trying to open that hip as much as possible. Squeeze it up, squeeze those glutes. Down and up. Straightening through that supporting leg to stretch the hamstring. Keep your back flat. If you cannot reach down to the ground without curving your spine, you need to keep your hands up higher on something. Now stay up and poke up to the ceiling. Or to the sky in my case. Keep that hip open. Now another set. So there's 16. Now out and in. Keep going. You're bend extending. You're extending long. You're locking up behind the knee. Now leg raises, straight leg raises. Squeeze through that leg, keeping it really straight. Point your toe. Now back to those attitude raises. 16. Keep your front leg as straight as possible, giving you a nice hamstring stretch. Bend, extend. Getting a bit tired now, but just keep it up. We're nearly done. This is the last little bit. Hang in there. And straight leg raises. Keep going to the end. Now just to finish off, put your heels together, toes apart, and we're just going to do a few squats down and up to get some blood back into our hamstrings and glutes. Just reaching as low as you can, knees out to the side, flat back. Final little finisher. Down and up. Just 16, and now switching those feet for 16. Up high on those toes. Don't worry if you can't reach as low as me, just stay up higher. As long as you feel it, it's fine. Now both heels up. I've got my fingertips on the floor to help me here, but if you would rather hold on to the back of the chair to be up higher, then do so. See how my back is still perfectly flat. I'm not rounding at all. But if you can't do this, then please do a higher option. Hold on to a chair, a countertop. Right, we're coming down to stretch. That's it. Finished, well done. Stretching back through the quads, lengthening out. Just pull that heel behind you. Heel to glutes and then stretch back. Coming into pigeon stretch for those glutes. And stretching in front, hamstring stretch. Flex your feet here to really get a nice stretch in the back of the legs. Hinge over as far as you can. Now other side pigeon pose. Nice flat back. And then again hamstring, but this time with your toes pointed. Other side for that quad. Pull that heel to your glute. Lengthen out through the front of the thigh. And then sit in a cross-legged position and just lean forward. Stretching out through your back and your arms. Your arms got a bit of a workout too, holding you in that position for so long. And just switch which leg is in front and reach forward. And that is it. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it.